Pisces, there's all this beautiful energy to create and to be creative. But if you feel like there's something blocking you or taking away that power, now is the time to switch the narrative so we can continually grow and expand accordingly. Welcome to your Libra season Tarotscope. All right, Pisces, the very first channeled message that came through, you were a little kid on your stomach with your legs like swinging back and forth, and you were having these like crayons and markers, and you were in a coloring book. But then an adult figure or an authoritative figure just came and like ripped the marker away from your hand. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, all I'm doing is just having fun, like drawing and creating. And then you were really smart though and coy. So you're like going through the cabinets, and not only did you find the marker and your equipment, but then you also found a chocolate bar. You're like, oh, joke's on you. It was a caramel, I think, in terms of a chocolate bar. But it was just really cute. It's like almost as if other people are trying to stop you or take away your creativity. Not only are you going to get that back, but then it's like, and then some. And when you came back to the coloring book, you weren't drawing in the lines, you were just doing your own thing and creating something so much more beautiful. So I think that's a very telling energy right now, Pisces. If you feel trapped or contained or other people are taking away your power, you're meant to not only get that power back, but then expand upon it in a renewed fashion. And this energy too of coloring outside the lines, of creating something that no one has ever seen before. Remember, Jupiter will move back into Pisces on December 28th this year. We still have Venus in Scorpio until October 7th. There's all this energy supporting you to really bring you forth into a new level. So I just don't want you to feel like you're trapped or contained or that other people are taking away your magic, because right now you're meant to expand and grow even further. And quite simply, if you just feel stuck and you want to color as if you were a little kid, or just really draw out your artistic sensibility or your artistic gifts, this would be the time to do so. Okay, so that was a very prominent and powerful message that was coming through a lot. What I did this season, Pisces, is that I pulled 4 cards that represent our conscious energy, what's maybe available for others to see, and then 4 cards to represent our subconscious energy. So in order, the first 4 cards, I have the Knight of Swords with the Queen of Wands, and then the 6 of Cups with the 8 of Pentacles. So if we go first with the Knight of Swords with the Queen of Wands, kind of like I said before, you really propelling yourself forward into new power, new creativity, a new light. Maybe some of you want to work with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But this energy of you standing in your power, that solar energy, you can see with the Queen of Wands that she's adorned in that beautiful golden robe. There's a sunflower behind her. Also a black cat, which is cute. So some of you just want to be in a position where you can let your creativity, let your gifts, let your passions shine. Some of you are like, all I want to do is this. Like, I know what I want to do. I know what I'm meant to create. I know what is going to fulfill me and make me happy and thus make others happy. That's where I'm moving. It's interesting though that we have that 6 of Cups energy next to the 8 of Pentacles. Even with that child parental energy dynamic, some of you may also be working on inner child relationships, or even healing relationships with your own parents or people of authority or the government, whatever that may look like to you. You may also be doing that internal work right now to ensure that you are safe, that your voice matters, that your talents matter, that you are growing into this queen that you've always been meant to be. But some of you may just feel like your autonomy is being stifled right now, and you just want to get back to that position where you're going to be able to create freely. Remember, that's coming. That Jupiter ingress into Pisces at the end of this year. I mean, you already felt that between mid-May and end of July this year. So don't lose sight of that. And maybe if you are kind of curious and like, oh, like, what does he mean? What does he mean stepping in my power? What does he mean being creative? Kind of going back to this year between mid-May and end of July, that's when Jupiter was in Pisces for a hot minute. That's like a preview of what's going to be occurring predominantly next year in 2022. And there is some work involved, Pisces. I think, I mean, you didn't just give up, or the person just didn't give you back the marker. You went looking for it. You had to find that gift and take back your power. But remember, not only did you find the markers, you also found a chocolate bar. You also found something even greater. So doing this deep dive and working in that innermost part of yourself it's going to expand. It's not going to be equal. You doing this inner child work, you stepping back and reevaluating your relationships to power, to authority, to your parents, will allow that expansion to occur. The bottom 4 cards I have here, Pisces. Also, university keeps coming through just as like a channel message. If some of you are worried about school or going back to school or how that's going to work out for you, or there's just different things that are blocking you, remember, there's always ways around this. And even if it isn't the way that it looked like for you, by doing the work to search and take back your power, there's going to be even something more sweet. And that even might mean independent studies, like this 8 of Pentacles, of being like, I just need to do things on my own and to work hard and perfect my craft. So that was just something that came through right away. If some people are stressed about university or going back to school or how that's going to look, or different power, bureaucracy, structures getting in the way, you may just have to take time for yourself and seek out your own knowledge or your own mentors, or to cultivate your own gifts for a while until you can find something that's more aligned, okay? Some of you, I'm sure that'll resonate. The bottom 4 cards, we have the 5 of Wands with the 2 of Cups, and then we have the Ace of Wands with the 9 of Swords. So if we're talking the 5 of Wands with the 2 of Cups, I mean, we just talked about relationships, power dynamics, how we show up, how we're going to set those boundaries or take back our power accordingly. So the 5 of Wands is underneath the Knight of Swords. You may feel like you want to leave or to swim away because you're not motivated, or it's such a fight, or you can't just keep doing this again and again. A very big energy or note with the 5 of Wands is too many cooks in the kitchen. All you want to do is color, to create, to be in your bliss. And there's just so many what may be obstacles or opinions or other people fighting you nonstop. So that's also something that you can see. It might even be your partner or a relationship to someone else that's maybe getting in the way, or even this is kind of coming through like your own relationship to yourself, the balance between the masculine and the feminine. We're in Libra season after all. So if you're not taking time to sit down and enjoy that coloring book or to do things that inspire you, that may also be the internal conflict of feeling like you have to do everything for everyone else, or everyone else's opinion or energy is weighing you down, that you're not in connection with yourself, and thus you're not going to be able to attract the right relationships in return. What's also interesting to me, and it is fun, that the 2 of Cups is underneath the Queen of Wands. So it's kind of like, if you step into your power, Pisces, if you do what you're truly meant to do, you're going to attract the right relationships. You're going to serve people that are going to admire and praise your gifts. But right now, if you're feeling stuck or trapped, or like you're fighting so hard, that Knight of Swords is compelling you. It's like, let's just get out of here. There's the escape route. And it may mean you're acting impulsively. So take that moment to make sure it's safe and appropriate for you to do so. But if you know you're meant to go in a certain direction, like that Knight of Swords is the first card. You need to go somewhere, or to travel or move quickly to stand fully in your power. And some of you may even know that. It's like, I just need to do this, or I need to move here. I need to invest in this. This is a sign to do so. With this Ace of Wands and 9 of Swords energy, this huge idea, this new expansion may cause a lot of stress. You're like, I know what I need to do. I know that something is going to be so much better, but it doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be a lot of work involved. And so with this energy as well, Pisces, you may also feel like you need that support. You need someone to hold space for you as well while you're doing this work. Or in general too, that kind of death and rebirth energy, be kind to yourself. Because during that whole channeled message, when the child was looking for the markers, they weren't distressed. They knew they were going to accomplish their goal. But in those moments of the magical dark, where we don't know, or like the dark night of the soul type energy, doesn't mean it's easy, or it could feel like an eternity while we're doing this work. So as these beautiful ideas come through, and even potentially with the Ace of Wands being below the 6 of Cups, a childhood dream, or what you've always wanted to do since you were a little child, what you've always wanted to create, but you thought, I could never do that. Your parents said it could never happen. You're now working through those fears and doubts right now and working your ass off to get there. I think that's a very prominent energy of you just working extremely hard for your goals and not allowing anyone else to get in the way. And those little bumps along the way just further your tenacity and resolve. And again, with the Nine of Swords, that always for me links back to our evening routine, what we're doing at night. So if you're feeling more stressful or anxious than normal, really note what you're doing at night. Are you spending all your time on screens or talking to other people that are distracting you? Or are you taking that time to hone back in, or to embrace your creativity and step into that part of yourself, or to be with nurturing relationships? This is the time right now where there is going to be some work to propel you to a whole other level. Okay? So Pisces, that is my general reading for you. If this reading resonated and you want to say thank you, tips and donations are always appreciated towards content creation for Stillwater Alchemy. The link for our PayPal can be found in our bio. Right now, our books are closed for one-on-one readings until Scorpio season, but I release new content every Sunday on our YouTube channel to look at the forecast for the upcoming week astrologically. And our Mercury in retrograde workshop is now available. So if you want to dive further into that, to learn more and to see how you can utilize it to your best benefit, that workshop can be found on our website as well, okay? Thank you so much, Pisces, for watching, and I shall see you for Scorpio season. Bye.